Defensive end Nick Bosa shook up the college football world by announcing yesterday he's leaving Ohio State to prepare for the NFL draft. And he's widely regarded as a potential top 10 pick, maybe top 5 pick. Injured his core muscle earlier this season. He's been sitting out, but his decision still a shock to the Buckeye faithful. He was the team captain. And it's one thing for players like Christian McCaffrey or Leonard Fournette to sit out a meaningless bowl game. Ohio State's number 2 in the country, and Bosa is giving up the chance to play for a national title. But still, hard to blame him. His father was a former first-round pick. His brother Joey is playing for the Chargers. He's injured now and still sitting out for a little while. They know about the injury risk every time you step on the field, and players face a serious question about risking their own financial future. I'm not going to dive into the topic that usually comes out of something like this, and that is paying these student athletes. But with all the money out there in football, college football, I'd be surprised if other players don't follow Bosa's lead in the coming years. When in doubt, sit out. But, for Joey Bosa to say, well, I'm going to prepare for the draft, could he have done both? Could he have taken his own time frame and maybe come back late in the season, maybe come back, in a month to play against Michigan? Maybe Big Ten title game, maybe a Final Four game. But if his draft status is cemented, that he's a top 10 pick, top 5 pick, and this doesn't hurt him, it hurts him perception-wise, perhaps, because he's the team captain. Does it sound like he's quitting on his team? That's the perception with this. But this is a business decision. Bosa went to college. It's a trade school. He went to college to play pro football. He can leave whenever he wants to, but to leave for the draft, you got to be junior eligible, and this is what he did. He majored in football. Kids do this, major in basketball, football, baseball, tennis, golf. But that's a means to an end by playing in college. So I have no problem with Nick Bosa. If his teammates don't have a problem, it's the same thing with Christian McCaffrey and Leonard Fournette. I had no problem with them not playing in a meaningless game. Everything that they gave to their school prior to that, and then they decide to be selfish at that point in a meaningless bowl game, I have no problem with that whatsoever. But it is sort of a shock to the system when you go, boy, here's somebody who's really good on a really good team in meaningful games. You don't have a national title, and you're going to get ready for the NFL draft. I don't think it hurts him. I mean, guys have blown out their knees, and it doesn't hurt their draft status. Todd Gurley didn't fall that far. Willis McGahee, remember when he blew out his knee in the national title game? Sam Bradford injured his shoulder. He was first pick overall. But if Nick Bosa is fine with this, teammates are fine with this, I have no issue with it. It's a business decision. We love the purity. This is what I always I find humorous. People get upset because he's taking away from us. We're the college football fans. How dare you? How selfish of you to think of yourself and not think of us. It doesn't work that way. And not today. There's too much money that's at stake. Baker Mayfield signed a deal for $33 million. Josh Rosen signed his deal. That was $17 million. I mean, this is real money. And I think that Nick Bosa looks at this and says, you know what? It's not worth the risk. Talk to his dad, talk to his brother, even the doctor. We don't know about core muscle injuries. To be fair to Nick Bosa, I don't know if this is something that could be reoccurring. I don't know if you really need to give it a lot of time here. Doctors have spoken about this, but that's one of those where you go, a core muscle injury. J.J. Watt had a core muscle injury. That's the only other time that I've heard about this. Although I think Le'Veon Bell may have had a core muscle injury. But, with Nick Bosa, I'm fine with it. I am. As a college football fan, as somebody who looks at this as a business and a business decision, I'm fine with this.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.